Hi guys, Appa here again. Today we'll be playing some Penny Dreadful, and I have this sweet list that comes from the Familiars Discord. It was created by Not Good, aka Simplify, in addition with Nico G. Um, and this list is basically oops no lands or oops all spells or whatever, or Hermit Spy. There are several names for it, but it's basically goldfish list, right? We try to win the game as fast as possible without interacting with our opponent, at least game 1. So, how does this deck works? Well, we have 23 lands, which aren't lands for all intents and purposes, all the other way around. So we have like Black Rogue, Black Predation, Hagra Mauling, Kazandu Mammoth, which is actually a pretty strong card on its own, Barget Recovery, and Tangled Florahedron. These all work as basically tap lands. Then with this we can cast our spells like Birds of Paradise and Wild Cantor, and a ritual to accelerate us. We have like Texia Probe for basically trimming a bit of our deck, and just free information is always good. This card is so broken. So what are we trying to do with this? Well, we try to play an Undercity Informer, a Balustrade Spy, or a Hermit Druid. These all do the same thing. They are basically a one-card combo piece. So how does this work? Let's look at Balustrade Spy, which is the easiest one of them all. It's a 4-mana 2/3 flyer, which is okay. And when it enters the battlefield, target player, which it's going to be us 99% of the time, reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card, then puts those lands into their graveyard. Those cards. So basically we play this, we target ourselves, we build our entire deck, right? Well, Undercity Informer does the same thing, but you need to sacrifice it or another creature, and basically that's the same thing, just reveals until you reveal a land card. We don't have any, so we are going to mill our entire deck and put the deck into the graveyard. Hermit Druid does a similar job. You play green, you pay green, tap it, and reveal cards from the top of your library to reveal a basic, and put everything into the graveyard. We don't have basics, so this needs to untap, but it's cheaper, so all of this can work on turn 3 with a bit of acceleration. Turn 2 can be possible with multiple Dana Rituals, and what we are trying to do is mill our entire deck. When we mill our deck, we are going to mill some Narcomoebas, which come into play, uh, and we are going to mill a Dread Return. Dread Return is a sorcery that can reanimate something. You can sacrifice 3 creatures to cast it with flashback, so you can cast it from your graveyard. So if you mill your entire deck, you mill 3 Narcomoebas plus the Balustrade Spy, Informer, Hermit Druid, or any other creatures that ended up in play. Then you can cast Dread Return, then reanimate Angel of Glory's Rise, which when it enters, you exile zombies and return all human cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So which humans are we most interested in? Mostly Azami, Lady of Scrolls, which lets you tap a wizard to draw a card. So basically this is a way of us drawing cards at instant speed with haste. And Laboratory Maniac to draw a card when we don't have anything else, because we mill down entire deck, then we win the game. So we play this, trigger goes on stack, all the zombies get silent, we don't care about that. Then we reanimate Laboratory Maniac, Asami, and some other humans. There are other humans in the deck, like Black Monroe is a human, Wild Cantor is a human, Undercity Informer is a human, Hermit Druid. So we are going to end up with a big board, but that doesn't really matter because we're going to win on the spot. Now, there are a couple of problems with this strategy. For example, what happens if we draw our Angel of Glory's Rise, Dread Return, or any of these two? Well, we have Phantasmagorian, which you can discard 3 cards to return it from your graveyard to your hand. So this is basically a way of having a discard outlet in the graveyard. So this comes up more often than you think of, because it's, I mean, if you draw like multiple Narcomoebas, Dread Return, Ranger Rise, or any of these cards, it's kind of difficult for you to win if you can't put those cards in the graveyard. So Phantasmagorian plays that role and works very well with our mill plan, because we're going to mill ourselves, so we're always going to have access to this. Now, what happens if we draw Phantasmagorian and say Dread Return? Well, we are kind of in a raw spot, right? We can't discard the draw return. So what you can do there is just wait until you have 8 cards in hand and discard the Dread Return or Phantasmagoria, and you're set. Or otherwise, we also have the Memory's Journey, which is another piece of redundancy. That card basically says target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from the graveyard into their library. So we can flash this back for green, which is useful because we have mostly green mana. And what we can do with this is basically an insurance if something happens. Let's say that we reanimate everything, we have Asami and Laboratory Maniac, and we tap Asami to draw a card, right? And they bolt our Maniac. Well, we can respond to that by tapping the Maniac. What happens if they bolt the Maniac again, and we don't have any other wizards in the deck, right? Asami needs wizards to tap to draw a card. Then we can cast Memory Journey for green, and put on our library Laboratory Maniac and Wild Cantor, then play Wild Cantor to fix for blue, and then play the Laboratory Maniac and then draw the card naturally, for example. Or if we drew like multiple pieces, right, we can always mill entire deck, just shuffle the Laboratory Maniac or whatever, and then we can win that way. Yeah, that's basically the idea of the deck. I'm not going to sort by CMC because that messes up my land ratio and all that. That's more or less the deck. Now in the sideboard we have a lot of things. We have we have Duress and Spectre Shriek. Spectre Shriek is kind of a Thoughtseize that you need to exile a card if the opponent discards a non-black card. Well, now that I look at it, it also exiles the card, which is even better. So this is hand disruption, mostly because what our opponents are going to bring against us is cards like Archive Trap, for example, cards that we can remove from their hand, and then we are good. Also, these card effects are really good with Pitaxian Probe, because you can see their hand and then decide if you want to make them discard something or not. Also, great against the mirror, for example, when you can try to discard them. Well, basically anything, because they don't have lands, right? So you can discard everything with Shriek. But Balustrade Spy, Understood Informer, or Heavy Druid can be the most premium targets. Then we have Rilt, which is a way of basically interacting with our opponent. This will be useful against Nihil Spellbomb, which is another piece of graveyard disruption that there is going on. And finally, a final piece of the puzzle is Packrat. So Packrat only is here for the beatdown plan. So the way this works is that if our opponent has a lot of, let's say, interaction that it's hard for us to fight, which I can't really think of it right now, but or maybe they have a lot of counter spells or something like that, we can play Packrat, and then we play the fair what's it called, the fair deck, right? Maybe we remove the, I don't know, Wheel Cantors or some of these, or Narcomoebas, something like that, and then we play Backrats, and then we have lands, we have spells, and we have the Birds of Paradise into Kazandu Mammoth kind of hands, or the Backrat into just discard things and you know, just run your opponent over with rats. That's basically the idea of the deck. Yeah, so I played a couple of solitary games with this, but I never played a league with this, so I want to test this, and I want you to come with me. So let's go and see that, shall we? Okay, so first hand, we have only one land, so we can't really keep this. This hand is awful. Okay, so we have one land here, 2 lands, 3 lands. Parsing this hand is proving a bit difficult. I'm not going to lie. So here we don't have any combo pieces, so I think I will mulligan. This deck really wants to play one thing and one thing only. Okay, this hand is better. We have the Wheel Cantor to fix for mana. and we have the Hermit Druid. So let's start with the Mammoth. I start with the Mammoth more often than not because at least in one I don't care about the card, the 3/3. So I prefer to have the type of Flora Heron as an option if we flood out. Okay, blue, so they may be playing counter spells of some kind. Okay, Narcomoeba, awesome. Let's play the counter, play the land. Okay, so I've seen this deck. This deck plays Shoal, I think, raising Shoal to just win with Blighted Ancient. So if they have that, we basically lose. Can we do something about that? Let me think. So of course we're going to play the Hagramolen. We really can't cast it anytime soon. We can't block it. We can play the Undercity Informer, but we won't have mana for sacrificing creatures, so it's basically the same thing. And since we draw an Narcomoeba, we can't actually win if we sacrifice all of our creatures, because we're going to reanimate 2 Narcomoebas only. So I need to go for the Hermit Druid. So let's go for that. Sorry about my phone. I'm going to mute it. There. And just attack. If they block, better. So if they have Shoal, we lose, basically. They were a bit faster than us. The good thing is that they are a 2-card combo deck that... What? What? Oh, okay. That's nice. So they can look at 17 cards, something like that. 16 cards. So attacking with the wild counter was actually useful. Did they find what they needed? Probably, yes. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, let's go to game 2. Okay, so for game 2, Duress and Shriek look very good. I like my Cyber Plant. I'm going to find their list or something similar so I can see what to bring. Okay, so I didn't find anything important. So I mean, I'm not going to bring in Wield. I don't think it's worth it. I only found a couple of artifacts of Graveyard Hates. I think I'm going to bring this in and just remove some of Memory's Journey probably. And okay, I don't know exactly what to bring out, honestly. First time playing the deck, maybe just the wild counters. Though they are blockers for Ichor Clomere and all that, so... Oh, they don't really block that well. That's something true. Maybe one of my combo pieces, like one spy. Bring one, discard less. Let's play like this. I'm not sure about that. Going to play first. Okay. So this hand is a bit actually pretty bad. We don't have any ways of winning the game or playing our Birds of Paradise or anything, so. Okay. If we draw a black land, we are able to cast our Dark Ritual on Spy. So we are trying to draw one of all of these. $11 cards. I'm not sure about Molianar keeping in this. That ritual makes it interesting, but at the same time, if we don't find black, we lose. So, okay, this hand is better. Yep, I can keep this. We don't have acceleration. They have lands and spells. 2 cards on the bottom, probably just predation. Predation can actually hit something, so it's just Hugger Mauling. I'm going to save the Gitaxian Probe, I think. Actually, no, because I want to see if I draw like Dark Ritual or something. Okay. Phantasmagorian. Okay. I'm going to play this because if we draw a Dark Ritual, doesn't really change now that I think of it. So right now they don't have a win. They don't have a creature or the shoal. It gives them information, but I think I'm going to play the Predation on turn 3. Just remove something from their hand. Opt. Smart, yeah. Plague Stinger, okay. Nice throw. I need that. And let's see what they have. Oh, they have the shoal in hand, so this is awful. If we discard the shoal, they can plunge into darkness to find the shoal. If we discard the Dragonstorm, they can plunge to find the Dragonstorm. And we need to take one of those because otherwise we just lose. Wow, incredible. Let's see, they play Reaper King and Dragonstorm. I think that's the only ones. So basically I think the best bet is to remove the shoal. Hope they don't find any. With plunge, they can actually mull the mixture for it, right? Yeah. So actually that doesn't work because they just play the island. Okay, so if we discard the shoal, they can just mull the mixture win. If we discard anything else that is not these two, we just lose. If we discard the Dragonstorm, they need to find something with the plunge. And they have like a lot, but like Reaper King or Dragonstorm, which are 6 cards. So if they don't find one of 6 in the top 17, yep. Okay, I think this is our best bet, otherwise we just lose. I'm going to play this. So I need to find one of 6 in the top 16. I think it's almost improbable, almost impossible to not find it. But otherwise we just lose on the spot. Yeah. GG. Yeah. They were they were better, I think. What? Um okay. I don't understand. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Already? Match number 2. This hand is actually pretty good. We have acceleration, we have a lesser spine, we have lance. Say good luck, have fun. I always try to be nice, at least in this format. Well, always I try to be nice, but in this format in particular, because this is just for fun, right? We don't win anything by playing, so let's just try to be the nicest person possible. It's not like we are playing for, I don't know, 10 ticks or something. Okay, allies, nice. It's actually pretty cool. They can be a pretty fast clock. Hopefully they don't have much interaction. Next turn we probably just play Blackroom Rogue and Birds. Okay. That's scary, that generates a lot of mana actually. Spy. So we play the Rogue, play the Spy, sorry, the Birds, we have 3 mana next turn. We also just play the Cantor. Does it make any change? I don't think so. We are probably going to play the Informer next turn, because we have Balustra Spies. I'm recording, right? Okay. How's that? Okay. Well, so that wins almost every race, right? Giving lifelink to all your creatures every time a creature enters. Strong. I don't think they have a lot of removal in these colors, but I might be wrong. So yeah, unless we draw that ritual. No, okay. Ugh, drawing 2 Narcomoebas is kind of bad actually. Doesn't change anything. Well, it makes Undercity Informer actually pretty bad, right? We sacrifice something, we reanimate 1 creature with. We are going to have 1 Narcomoeba, 1 Informer, for example. So it's not enough. I'm still going to play it because the other option was to just play the Cantor, and I don't care about the Cantor, so play this, pass. If they spend their turn removing the Informer, we can at least play the Spy. Spy is a kill though. Okay. See if they can present a lethal attack this turn. Okay. Checking for 8. They should have probably played the winning way first. Though it's a nice card to have here. They just draw 1. 2. Maybe I missed 1. Oh, the other Rift. Okay. And this is the Mana Dork, okay. So it is lethal? I don't think so. Not really. You can just take it and win next turn. Right? Looks like it. Okay. We can at least, yeah, we still can win, so I almost had a heart attack there. Look at the cards. Look at them. Look at the cards. Okay. We get one trigger. Yes. Now we can discard this human. This we can. This is an instant, right? Yeah, that's nice. We can return this. Siloed zombies. Yeah. Now we just draw a card. Nice. Okay, they were a bit too slow, but their deck is might be very scary. They had a good draw even, so. Okay, that doesn't really matter for us. Okay, so against them, I have no idea. Honestly, I don't have. I don't know. Let's see if we find. No, not really. So it seems that it's just a build from them. I think I'm going to keep it just the same. We have like Memory's Journey. If everything goes wrong, we can do this at this speed on our upkeep. Yeah. We're going to be on the draw again. So I don't want to remove any combo pieces or fast mana or anything. Maybe Gitaxian Probe is not good, right? Can cut their clock by one, and that could be just lethal. What other decks are in Penny Dreadful? Let's take a look. I love Wave, Parallax Wave. This card, it's pretty good. You can do some nasty things with it. Nice. So we have two lands, Birds, Wild Cantor, an Informer. So is this good? If we drew Phantasmagorian, we kind of lose. No, actually we don't lose. We can just activate multiple times if we have enough cards, I think. This hand is a bit rough though. We play turn 1 Birds, turn 2 Hagra Mauling with Cantor, turn 3 Informer, sack like Cantor. We have 2. We reanimate 2 Narcomoebas. That should be enough for a turn 3. Oh, our opponent mulligans 2-3. Okay, so they are digging very deep for. Oh, okay. So they mulligan to Oblivion. I don't know what happened there. Yep, let's move to the next one. Alrighty, match number 3. This hand is a bit rough because we drew the Phantasmagorian. We can still win, of course, but if we drew one of our one-off pieces, then we might be in trouble. But the Dark Ritual into Balustrade Spy is a really strong start. Also, Hermit Druid. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep and just send back the Gitaxian Probe. Drawing cards here is problematic, actually. Okay. So, yeah, if we drew like that ritual, then we win on turn 2. Catacomb, okay. Oh, so this must be infect again. Okay, it's fine. Let's play this. If we do ritual, we win turn 2. Otherwise, we can just play the mammoth and go for a turn 3 Balustrade Spy. Do rest, okay. It will take probably our ritual. That would be my guess. Oh, why? That's what? Do they have a counterspell for that? Probably. Hmm. So, yeah, some lists I saw had, what's it called? One sec. Yeah, this guy, this person, miscast, so they can counter, I think. Oh, they have no duress. Yep. No reason to cast a ritual. Otherwise, they just take the Balaget recovery and we lose another important thing. We can play the Hermit. What? They just took the land? What the hell? I mean, I'm going to go for it, I think. Oh, they can miscast the Dread Return. But if they do that, I can just use Memory's Journey. Yeah, I think I'm putting them on that. How do we play around that? Do we play around that? Just mill everything. I don't need to do anything. I can just play my cards. I'm going to do that. Just wait a bit. They're representing miscast, and miscast could be an issue. Blighted Agent, okay. Okay, now they don't have miscast open, right? They have Snapback open. Snapback doesn't really do it. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to leave green open just in case. Target myself. Look at them. Now we return 3 Narcomoebas. Now dread return the Angel. Goodbye Narcomoebas. Let's draw a card. That should be enough. If they have a removal spell for the Lab Maniac, we can draw another card. Yep. And if they have anything else, we can Memory's Journey to not deck ourselves. What did they exile? Spell Pierce. Okay, they had a Spell Piercer holding. Yep, that was not a good line. You should have kept. Oh, they have Spell Pierce, and we could pay for it. So yeah, that makes sense. Let's go to the next one. To the next game. Recording. Cool. So again, I want to have these card effects and maybe one less of this. I think it's easier to make them discard their shoals and dig than discard their creatures. We need to remove one more card. Yeah, let's go like this. We have 10 combo pieces, some discard. We can keep slow hand if we have like discard effects. This hand in the other hand. It's a bit rough. We have access to Duress on turn 2, but that's all. We need to draw one of our 10 combo pieces. If you're interested, there is another way of winning the game instead of Laboratory Maniac and Asami. You can play Kessing Malcontents, which is a card that domes the opponent, like hits the opponent in the face, equal to the number of humans you control. We control about 18 humans, so 2 Kessing Malcontents should be enough. It's the same amount of combo pieces that Lab Maniac and Asami, but it has the ability of just going around removal. So if the opponents are trying to just have like 2 or 3 pieces of removal at once, you can just have that instead. Here, oh no man, we have enough acceleration and duress. I'm going to keep. It's a bit fair, but we may be able to just use this. Okay, so oh, that's a good draw. So let me think. If I start with Tangle Florahedron, then we play Birds on turn 2. Okay, so we could lose right away on turn 3. Because they're on the play, I'm going to start with the black land, the black plume bog. Just go for the rest turn 2. Oh, that's a nice combo. So they use this because it enables the catacomb. That's cool. Like that. Rest. They messed up when they dressed away and they didn't remove they removed the Gitaxian Probe instead of removing the Dark Ritual. Oh, okay. At least they went Duress turn 1 instead of going turn 2 instead of going Infect now. So if we draw that ritual, we win. Mud River, cool. No, we don't. So we just play our things. I think they have Shoal. it looks super consistent from our point of view, but it's not that consistent because they need to have exactly 3 combo pieces. They have 8 infectors, they have only 4 blazing shoals, and they have 6 red cards for blazing shoal. So yeah, Mold the Mixture finds some of those pieces and Plunge into Darkness work very well, but yeah, it's not as consistent as ours because we actually just have one card combo. Keep this. Let's start with probably the rogue, since we can ritual this out if we need to. Wow, this looks so cursed. Look at that art. Super cursed. What happened there? Yeah, that's weird. So yeah, start with rogue. Turn 2 duress. Turn and play the recovery. And then we can play the Hermit Druid on turn 3. Or just hold up the ritual into mauling if need to. Of course, the benefit of playing Infect instead of this deck is that it's more interactive, right? That's the thing you're getting from playing it. And when it has gold draws, it's faster, but that's not always. So let's start with duress. Okay, I think I removed this gravestone. You're one land away from playing plunge. What's this? Yeah, mostly because the first ability we can't really reanimate anything. So I think I'm going to remove that. If they find a land, they have a turn 2 plunge, turn 3 infect, turn 4 kill. So that's not fast enough. Yeah, I want to draw a card. Cantor. Does it really change anything? No. Do I want to play the Hologram Mauling? If they go duress, they can remove the ritual. They need to go duress into removal. They will probably just snap back. So let's play the land. I could also... No, I wasn't able to play that ritual into 2 Hermit Druids. They have to snap back here. But they aren't able to dig for a combo piece. And I will play the Mammoth, so we have enough to deploy 2 Hermit Druids if we need to. If they go plunge to find interaction, they can have miscast, which we can pay with that ritual on the lands we have. So they can also go plunge for an infect, but if they do that, they die. They have those exact 3 cards. So I think their best bet is to plunge for a... Oh, it's plunge an instant. Oh, okay. Cool. Makes sense. Yeah, activities. Worst come to worst, we can shuffle everything back. Look at them. Oh. Oh, this doesn't do the look at them thing. Okay. So we don't have anything to discard, so let's return the angel. Suck, suck, suck. So they can't really miscast this. Need to find like negate. And if they do, we can just shuffle a couple of cards and win with damage. You know? I'm going to pay all but one, probably. Oh, Swan Song. Okay. And we know their hands, so we know we can do Memory's Journey. Target player shuffles. Just, I think, Maniac, Probe, and Probe. I'm going to do this now, so they can't really answer that. Now we have a 2-2. They can't really answer a 2-2, I don't think. If they were going for the Swan Song, maybe they should have paid a bit less. Okay, nice. Let's go to the next one. Already, match number 4 against Morbid Touch. So we have Lance, we have Wild Cantor as acceleration, an Informer. I think we keep, it's a bit slow, but we have one piece of acceleration and one combo piece. Biggest issue is we drew the Phantasmagorian, so that could be a problem. Swamp Pass, I don't know what Swamp Pass is. Maybe it's again just Infect. That ritual is good, it's another piece of ramp. I think we have a pretty consistent turn 3 here in our hands. What? Okay, I don't know what this is. Balustrade Spy, that's a bit better, I think. Okay, so we have the Wild Cantor. We can sacrifice it if we need to, if they are going to remove our creature for some reason. Okay. There might be like a Death Cloud kind of thing. That would be my guess. Okay, so with that ritual, Balustrade Spy. And we win. Looks like it. Okay. Look at them. Look at them cards. Look at all my cards. Look at them. Okay, so we reanimate Angel of Glories, whatever. Okay, my opponent is parsing what we are trying to do. I love the Memory's Journey because Worst comes to worst, we have a way of shuffling everything on our upkeep. So even if they stop our combo, we are going to reanimate a lot of Balustrade Spies. No, Balustrade Spy, no, the other one. A lot of 2/3s and all that. Oh, oh, okay. Okay, now we just draw a card. Nice. So yeah, you see, we reanimate so many things that worst comes to worst, what we can do is just shuffle everything on our upkeep and just hit them for a bunch. How do I go to... Oh, I think I... Oh, okay. Here, the inside button. I think I lost. I thought I lost that. So I don't know exactly what they are doing. But probably the rest is going to be good. That would be my guess. Or just remove, you know, some bits and pieces. Something like that, I guess. I like the rest when post-board more often than not. Wow. Oh. Sadly we don't have a combo piece. And we do our Phantasmagorian, so it's a bit worse than it looks. Yeah, it's a turn 2 double ritual, so if we drew any of our combo pieces, black combo pieces, we win turn 2. At the moment, mulligan. This is better. I'm going to send this back. So I could go... Oh, yeah, I forgot about Nihil Spellbomb. If I played Recovery, we play turn 2, Burst of Paradise, turn 3, we have 2 mana. I think I would prefer to do Res. We can just play some rogues, hit them. Yeah, that was my mistake. I should have bringing Wilt instead of Duress. Okay, they don't have anything. Didn't they play the Nihil Spellbomb? It was free. Oh, no, I'm just going to remove that. It's a cantrip for them. I already played my land, I think. Now next turn we can play Duress and Birds and start playing Mammoths and Rogues. Just hit them. Okay. So we can Duress away their ritual. I think that's worth it. Do I want to play the Mammoth? No, I want to play the Florahedron, I think. So I can play the Mammoth even if they kill the birds. So Hellbent, and they have an Nihil Spellbomb that they won't crack. So that's a good spot for us. I just play the Mammoth. And I don't think I need to play another land. I can sandbag those to hit for more. If they find a Death Cloud or whatever they play, then yeah, we're kind of in a rough shape. Don't really care about that. I mean, I do care, but whatever. So yeah, just play the mammoth. Now next turn we play another land. We hit for 10. Life is good. Smallpox. Okay. So we sacrifice a creature on a land. Okay. I think I prefer the rogue here. Sacrifice this creature. Sacrifice this land. Just present lethal. Okay. Okay, everything looks cool so far. So I think they have a couple of outs, but they're in a rough shape for sure. Yeah, they need to crack the spell bomb. Okay. Nice. that was cool. We saw the plan B of Kazandu Mammoth. Probably we sideboarded pretty bad. I think we should have brought in either Wilt or one sec. We should have brought in Wilt or Packrat and just not bring in Duress because they play like a discardy kind of deck, so Duress aren't great. But at the same time, if they play the talismans, I get me to think that they have some big spell like Death Cloud. So I wanted to have some discard of it. But at the same time, I'm an idiot because Spectre's Shriek is probably just better since it's a black. They are mono black, so it should have been better. Well, not really, because if we discard like an Nihil Spellbomb, which is what we did, then you need to exile something. So I don't know, maybe it was better, maybe it wasn't. But for sure we should have brought in the Wills and the Packrats. Yeah, just go for the transformative sideboard of Golgari Beatdowns. That probably works better against them. So yeah, let's go to the next one and final one. Okay, final match of the league. We have 4 lands, a dead card, and 2 combo pieces. We don't have any acceleration. I mean, we can play the Tangled Florahedron turn 3, but that doesn't really help us much. Well, it helps us cast a turn 4 Balustrade Spy. I think we mulligan this kind of hands. We have so much cards and we don't mind putting in the bottom that mulligan is not that big of a deal. So this hand is way better. We're going to keep, and what do I send to the bottom? Or how do I sequence this? I think I send to the bottom the Mammoth, like a green land. Play turn 1 Wild Cantor. No, wait. Yeah, black land makes more sense. So now we play the turn 1 Cantor, so even if we find another Dark Ritual, we can play turn 2, since the Cantor fixes mana. Okay, they start with a top land, that's awesome. Okay, we aren't that lucky. We're lucky, but not that lucky. Just play the Cantor and a Bog. Pass. Now if they don't do anything, we might just be able to win. Him. Okay. Okay, that's bad. At least we kept the ritual. Okay, so we can play a Mammoth or a Rogue. That was better, honestly. Probably the Mammoth and send back the Rogue to hit for more. We're in the beatdown plan since they him to drag us. Being honest, we were hoping to just them discarding exactly some amount of cards, right? Okay. Do I want to play the land? Does it help with anything? Well, it can cast future rogues, so I'm going to do that. Hit for 5. So they seems to be absent. Probably they play like Siege Rhinos and they rely on this card to not die to combo decks. That would be my guess. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's a good game plan. Siege Rhino is a great card, but I think there are better things to do in this format. Look at the Infect, right? Infect is so... it has Duress and some cheap counter spells. And they also have a turn 3 kill. So why play like such a mid-range, tap out mid-range card, right? And with him to drag, you're basically hoping to high roll into what you need, right? In our case, we had 2 cards and we wanted to keep in 4, so it was like chances were that we weren't going to be able to keep all of those, but whatever. Okay, so we play the Cantor and just pass. Now, interestingly, they discard our hand. We are fine with that. We just need to find a way of, find a combo piece. Hopefully a spy or informer. Hit for 4, that's fine. So I didn't see any, in this league we didn't see any, oh, yeah, sure. Vindicate is cool. We didn't see any, how's it called, aggro decks, like, at all. I don't know exactly what aggro looks like, but yeah. Arcomedia, okay. Yeah, just hit for 3. Maybe I should have kept that back, because taking 2 from Paradise Reed is not ideal, and we aren't going to win the race against the Rhinos. It's probably worth it, I think. Okay. So they are presenting Litho. We need to find a combo piece. We don't. Sometimes. Go to the sideboard. So they killed us on turn like 8, and we had so many options to just draw what we needed. So against this deck, Probably the Shrieks and Duress. Maybe not Duress. Duress I don't think it's good. Let's see if we can find what they play. Probably they play some amount of discard. Absent hero, no. Absent. I'm sure I saw Siege Rhino. No? Okay. Rhino? No. Absent? Just that deck? Okay. No, this is not the deck, I don't think. This deck looks cool, but it's not what I was thinking. Wow, okay. Lol. Okay, let's see if we find something here. What? This might be it. Not really. This looks cool. Oh no. Okay, so let's see. We bring this in. I think we remove the Cantors. I'm going to bring in some Wills. I don't know if it's good or not. We will see. I'm bringing Inspector Shriek because it really stops them and it can answer so many other things. Here we drew too many interactions. Sorry. And no combo pieces. No combo pieces. Okay, this is better. We have the spy. We don't have any acceleration, but I'm going to keep it. I'm probably send back 2 cards, right? Hagramolling and the Shriek or the spy. I think just the spy. And start with depredation so we can Shriek. Let's see what we see, what they have and what they play. Okay, so we can't make our Hermit Druid survive. Okay. So I think we just remove and Vindicate. Yep. And play like Recovery. And we will play the Hermit Druid. That's a good draw. So yeah, let's play this. Play the Mauling. So we have 2 black sources. Because they have the Vindicate, so they might want to go for a land. And if they go for... Oh, I should have... Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have played the Mammoth, so I had 2 green sources, so they don't have the line of Vindicating the land. That was a mistake, yeah. Oh, luckily they don't go for that. I think it was a better play, honestly. Okay. So I'm going to play this and play the Rogue. They still have removal in their hand. I don't know exactly what they should do here. I think that using removal on the row is incorrect. But if I go with Understood Informer, I can just remove that. Sunpetal Grove. Probably the best play is to Vindicate a swamp. A black land. I'm not sure. Or maybe even a green land so we can play the Mammoth. Probably that's better. If they do that, we don't play the Informer. Okay. Because they have the Thirst and they can kill it. Okay, that was rough. I'm going to not play the Mammoth, I think. Or, no, I think I'm going to play it. Yeah. Makes the future Mammoths better. Otherwise, I can't play any Mammoths, right? So, if I find like Balaget Recovery, then I'm going to try and return the Informer to my hand. Maybe in the Druid, so we can play it. Okay, they go for that. So they probably have another removal spell. Wilt. Do I cycle this? If I cycle, I have enough to play a Mammoth. So yeah, I think I do. Or a Rogue. Yeah, I want to play this. Puts pressure. Blocks. They win with combat damage, so having a blocker, it's important. They're basically crossing their fingers we don't draw one of our combo pieces, which is not a good spot to be in. Okay, that's not ideal. Seven mana, we are not going to be able to cast that. Okay, thanks. That's actually good for us. I don't think they should have done that, because if we had a combo piece, we would have just slammed it, I think. What's this? Probably just a Rhino. This looks like a removal pile and Rhino. No, it's double black or something. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's a removal pile. Okay. I don't see any card draw from them, which is not ideal. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do this now. Put the Narcomoebas into play. Red return, the angel, sacrifice Narcomoebas and Hermitruid because it returns. Again, remember, worst come to worst, I can just play the, what's it called? The Memory's Journey and put back the Lab Maniac. Okay, let's draw a card. It's so key that this is also Wizard, that makes the combo a bit better against removal. Yep, nice. Okay, so game number 3. We didn't see anything to wield, so they may not have something to wield. Can just bring in more combo pieces. And Wild Cantor is acceleration. Maybe I just want one wield. Let's see. Yeah, problem with this kind of removal pile decks is that they don't have any way of drawing cards. So they can lose pretty easily against just value things, you know. Even after they use their whole thing, if you draw better than them, then you win. So, or you have a divination. I'm going to keep this hand. Yes, I'm going to start with recovery so I can play the birds. They're probably going to bolt it somehow. Yeah. But we have 2 lands. We can either Shriek or Hermit Druid, or even Hermit Druid can be a nice play. Let's play this. Bog. Bop. We could have a Vindicate here or another removal spell. If I have Vindicate plus removal spell, then we are really behind. Him, okay. Spellbomb, that's annoying. I think we can still win against the Spellbomb. I think I want to play the Shriek. What's that? Okay. Yep. Exile this. Wasn't ideal, but whatever. Arthur's Gear Hulk, that's weird. I don't think they have a lot of good plays with this. This is just a win condition, like an A8 for 5, which is fine, but a bit on the nonsense line. Okay, so let me think. I can mill our entire deck, try to combo off. They respond with Nihil Spellbomb. We then shuffle back Lab Maniac and a couple of Gitaxian Bros. Is that enough? We already lost our wield. I think that line loses to what? Loses to a removal spell from their part? Yeah, I don't think I need to play it like that. I can just play the Mammoth. And just Maybe an attack with a druid? Nah. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Balaguer Recovery so I could Balaguer Recovery for Wild, since it's the only copy of Wild we have. Okay, we don't have anything now. The thing is, if we go for the combo, they drew a card, so... Sammy. Hmm. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for... Okay. I'm going to go for the Mammoth Beatdowns. It's difficult to win that way against this opponent. Okay. Do I want to play that as a land? I think I do. It's 4 more, honestly. Even though 1/1 can kind of attack, but... Okay, they are flowing a bit. It's good for us. If they are not going to be blocking with the Paradise Druid, they should be attacking, honestly. Okay, this Birds of Paradise is actually interesting. Soon we can be able to just hardcast the Asami, that could be pretty cool. If we can hardcast Asami, then the combo gets a bit better. Nice. I don't know exactly what they are playing, what they are holding here. They are dying pretty fast. It's a discard spell? Oh. Nihil Spellbomb, okay. Now we can't really combo off, because 2 Nihils then it's good against us. So we want them to crack that. Okay, just cast this. Okay, that doesn't do much. I'm going to not attack with the Hermit Druid, mostly because I want to have the threat of activation more than anything. So they can't really happily crack their Nihil Spellbomb, basically. Okay. That's fine, we can return it with Red Return. Yeah, I could have just paid mana with heals, but... Mammoth. So with that, Asami is a great card. I really like this card. So we can, if we find the, okay, I don't really care about that. So if we find the Lab Maniac, we can draw 2 cards extra per turn, which is pretty good. Okay, I don't really care about that. They are tapping also the Druid, which I don't really recommend. Oh, they are expecting to jump with the birds. Play the Grove. Don't know their hand. Okay. So they want this Gear Hulk to be at least a 6/6, I guess, and this could be a, yeah, exactly, 2/3. I think we are in the market to playing Balustrade by targeting them, honestly. Harder Mauling is awesome, so cast this, destroy this. Attack for 3. And I think I'm going to cast the Spy, targeting them. And Null Flyer is good. Oh, that was really good. They were going to draw that, but whatever. It's fine. Wow, they cracked the spell. Interesting. Now we can just win on our turn. Oh, I guess they need to draw some interaction against us. So they are on the ropes. They need to find something. I don't think that cracking the spellbomb is correct, since we can just, yeah, so nice. We ended up for 1, which is great, but yeah, GG's. The thing is, if they crack the spellbomb, then we can go to our turn, Hermit Druid ourselves on their upkeep, shuffle only the Lab Maniac, play it, and draw cards, and we win. So we don't need, actually we don't need the Dread Return to win, but it's a faster win condition. Well, actually we need it if we don't have like one of our combo pieces in play, but with Asami in play, we just basically, with this, we reanimate we mill our entire deck, we bring back the wizard, then we play it with queen. So having one member's journey is pretty cool. I was pretty happy with it. So let's go to the deck real quick. So having this memory's journey ended up being pretty important. Not because it was necessary, but it makes so many lines possible that I think it's worth it. So that's a great addition to the deck. As I said, the other card you can play instead of the Asami and Maniac could be Kessil Malcontents. So this card is similar, but it works better against removal, since even if they remove your Malcontents and other cards, you still can just win, right? You put 2 of these and you dome them for like about 30 to 40, something like that. Sorry, from 25 to 35, something like that. so that's just enough to win more often than not. We sideboarded pretty poorly, I think, and we lost against Infect having gold hands twice. We mulliganing a bit too much. But in the end, this is like basically our turn one card combo, right? You play this and you win. There are some lines that are interesting, like we saw with Memory Journey, and also just discarding with Phantasmagorian, or just playing the fair deck of playing Casandu Mammoths, Pack Rats, and Blackroom Rogues and hitting face. It's something that we also did. So yeah, in the end, it ended up being pretty fun deck, even though it's very linear, of course. It ended up being pretty fun. So let me know what you think of it. Yeah, comment if you want to. If you don't, don't. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.